All right. Thank you. Welcome to another edition of Oma-Ha. Appreciate you guys coming out. My name is Jason Regan. I'm going to be your host tonight. Oh, how's everybody doing? Doing good. Good deal. My girlfriend, she asked me for a bath bomb. I got to be honest, I had no clue what that was. I got to bleach the tub when I go home tonight. What a mess. She was so surprised, though. Yeah. Anybody ever sneeze and pee themselves? Yeah, just me. Great. Thank God I was at Walmart when it happened. You pee your pants at Walmart, you just kind of blend in. You're one of us now. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. On the way out, the greeter guy, he said, "Thanks for coming." I said, "No, that's just pee." Just pee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was down at my parents' just before the holidays this last year, and my dad is going through the mail, and he finds that postcard that you get every year from the Open Door Mission. For $1.84, you can provide a Thanksgiving meal. My dad said, "Shit, that's not a bad deal. We ought to go." We went. Compliments on the gravy. It was delicious. It really was. Some good stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was over at my brother's house a few years ago. We're hanging out. The kids are all out in the backyard playing wiffle ball. And from inside the house, I hear my 6-year-old nephew, Noah, screaming in the backyard. We go running out there, look down the hill, and me and my brother instantly start dying laughing. The neighbor's dog had jumped over the fence and had gotten on top of the kid, pinned him down, and was just going to town. Yeah. And when my brother stopped laughing, he yelled to Kyle, his 10-year-old brother, who was standing there with a wiffle ball bat in his hand, just watching. He said, "Kyle, don't let him do that." "What should I do?" "Hit him." "The dog, buddy. The dog." Come on, kid. Kyle's a lot of fun. I actually got to help coach his Little League football team this past season. That's a good time. Me and the coach, we got off on the wrong foot right out of the gate, so we had too many kids come out for the team, so we had to trim the roster back a little bit. We're sending the kids through the drills, and me and the coach are standing there. I said, "Look at this kid. Jeez, looks like he's in high school." He said, "That's Jake. He'll be a linebacker for us." "This kid's pretty darn quick. It's Brian. He'll be a running back." Oh, my God. I haven't seen this kid hustle once today. You'd think the parents would throw a training bra on him, right? "That's my son." "Oh, yeah, no, he's pretty darn good. We'll probably hang on to him." So, yeah. Hey, my name is Jason Regan, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. This next comedian coming to the stage, she is a part of the Your Mom's Comedy Show. Please put your hands together and welcome the very funny Kendra Karbowski.
You couldn't have used those big, strong arms to get this out for me? All right. Yes, I am Kendra Karbowski. Karbowski scares people. It's a car, a bow, and a ski. Don't be afraid. When I first started doing stand-up, I was worried that people couldn't handle it, so I just went by Kendra K, right? That was fine until one time the announcer said, "Welcome to the stage, Kendrak." What am I, a magician? Vampire? Kendrak. Yes, I want to suck your blood. Okay, maybe a vampire. All right, I got the pale thing going. No, a vampire would be a lot skinnier on an all-liquid diet. Definitely. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on. I should probably clear this up before, any more time goes by. I just want you to know that, yes, I have had the baby. I am working at getting off some of the baby fat. I hope to do it before his next birthday. You'll be 26, right? Oh, okay. I got time. I got like 10 more months, so I can work on that. So a lot of people are trying to do their 10,000 steps, right? Have you done that? It's not as easy as you think, is it? there are a lot fewer steps between the fridge and the couch than I realized. I'm gonna have to work on this. Oh my gosh. I did finally get the goal of 10,000 steps. Thank you. I did it by playing fetch with my dog. And I was using a phone app, and the hard part was keeping the phone attached to her. So yeah, it's easier now. I got a Fitbit. It was a lovely gift from my husband. I think it's a good gift. You get badges. I got the penguin badge. That's a fat little fluffy thing that waddles. So I'm gonna keep going for the water buffalo badge. That's my next one I'm going for. If you have, who has a Fitbit here? Okay, great. You know, they give you inspirational things. They say inspirational things like, time to get up, get moving. Should we call 911? Mine's more of a sit bit, actually. So on my phone, I do have a new app that I do like. It's called iCouch. It's great. It syncs with my DVR and my Netflix, and it measures my life in couches. And I get badges. Badges again. These are the badges I like. I got the underwear badge for Breaking Bad. The dragon badge for Game of Thrones, and for Golden Girls, the cheesecake badge. Almost. I'm this close. Yeah, I love me some Golden Girls. I really do. Any Golden Girl fans here? Yeah, no one else is that old. Okay. I was really surprised. I was checking out a nursing home the other day. I was going to do a comedy show, and I'm going to be there soon, so why not? And I was surprised to find out they have a problem with bullying. Yes, real mean Golden Girls. I mean, how would this go down and be like, oh, Gertrude, that walker is like so Walmart. And your life alert, so 1995. I could just envision the films for this. 86 Candles, the Polly Grip Club, and Pretty in Pink Velour, yeah. I love me some seniors, I really do. My dad, he was a fun senior to deal with. As he got a little older, he got more creative with his logic and whatnot. He actually got his remote control and his phone confused. Now, he would complain that we never answered the phone, but TV had gotten a lot more exciting. He was ordering pay-per-view adult videos, so yeah, I had to explain that one to Dad. But, you know, I mean, getting old is not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. As I mentioned, you get this lovely mom bod. Thank you, child. You know, I asked my doctor, I said, why does it look like I'm wearing a fanny pack when I'm naked? It's frightening to me. It's like seeing a fertility, you know, on National Geographic, they show the fertility goddesses, you know, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I saw that in the mirror after my shower today. And so that is not a blessing, young women, to have a fertility goddess. It is a warning, this could be you. This could be you. So I'm really lucky. I have a great second husband. He's my 2.0. He's an upgrade from my first one, who we get along better, my first husband and I, thanks to a little jail time and therapy. We do get to spend holidays with the kids, all of us together, and he and his, second ex-wife, now girlfriend again. So that makes it confusing. Anyway, my second husband is a really cool guy. The only problem is he's one of those runner people. Any runners here? You look like a runner. No? Okay. Yeah, he says, oh, but, you know, I never could get up on stage and do what you do. And I'm like, well, I couldn't run past people in shorts, so I think we're good there, yeah. But I do admit that I have an addiction problem when it comes to TV. We mentioned the DVR. I am the DVR manager. That is my full-time job. When it gets below 20%, we go into red alert, and I have to delete something. Now, my kids say, oh, Mom, that's on Netflix. Well, that leads to addiction, son. It does. I've tried that. I went that way. My friend said, have you tried on demand? It won't hurt, just one show. That's how it starts, and then pretty soon it's entire seasons and then entire series, and where does it stop? You have your Hulu and your Amazon, Crackle, that still exists. It's out there, YouTube. It's on rotate constantly. Oh my goodness, time went fast. So like I said, he's a good guy, but he has a little bit of a problem with my problem I'm having now of getting too hot. Any ladies getting too hot here? Yeah. He wants to know when on earth this madness will end, the hot flashes and whatnot. Because I caught him adjusting the thermostat. I said, you can put a sweatshirt on. I take anything else off, I'm going to scar the children. There's no film for this. The film we had in 6th grade, we would go into this room, and there was this film with a pretty pink egg with eyelashes. So glad to be a woman. Yeah, well, if we had one, it would be a red sweating egg with with a fan and one. I'm already getting one right now. Okay, and tweezers in the others. Thank you very much. I am Kendra Karbowski.
Kendra Karbowski, everybody. All right. You guys having fun tonight? Heck yes. Well, we're going to keep this thing rolling. Are you ready for your next comedian? All right. This guy is one of the co-founders of the I-29 comedy production. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the very funny Tony Geist.
Hello. For my next joke, I'm going to figure this out first. For my next joke, I'd like to talk about how for all my sets going forward, I'm going to start with a segue. See what I did there? See, a segue is a transition. This is cutting edge comedy, people. All right, this is. My last name's Geist. It's a very German name, means ghost in German. That's kind of a fun fact, right? I like to live up to that name by doing this. Middle of conversation, I just disappear into thin air. Shortly after that, rematerialize, helping my bereaved wife with her pottery projects. All right, a few of you got the early 90s reference. The Ghost is the name of the movie, and it stars Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. I really want to see a reboot, right? And bring Patrick back, right? Talk about method acting, you know what I mean? Right? No, actually, I don't know. I love doing comedy. I get some weird advice. I got some advice recently outside an open mic, and I was explaining to the person, it's one thing hanging around with your friends, family, making them laugh. It's an entirely different beast doing it up here. To which this person replied, earplugs. And I said, go on. She said, yeah, I heard that if you put earplugs in, you can drown out all the external noise and just say what you need to say. I was like, oh, yeah, earplugs. Because who wants to hear that annoying laughter when you're trying to do stand-up comedy? Right? I am excited. I'm working on a project. I'm going to write, produce, and direct and star in a biopic about a young Colonel Sanders, everybody. It's going to be called Winter, Winter, Chicken Dinner. Don't be fooled, it's not all family fare. Okay, there are some greasy parts. Rumor has it he had his hands on a few breasts and thighs. So. I do get told once in a while that I look like a couple different celebrities. One I've been getting a lot in the last few years, believe it or not, is Robert Downey Jr. Now, yeah, right? Not a bad doppelganger to have. If you don't know what doppelganger is, it's a word of Scandinavian origin, and I believe it means semi-doable middle-aged fella. But yeah, I get that. I don't know what they're seeing. I don't think they're seeing like Tony Stark. I think they're seeing more like Robert Downey Jr. 6 months out of rehab. Like he got past the yayo, but couldn't pass up ho-hos, you know? I am trying to be better, be healthier. Fairly recently, I lost 45 pounds, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. A little more recently, I gained 50, so. But it's hard. It's hard nowadays. It's too easy to get food, There's all kinds of ways. Does anyone mess around with, like, the delivery apps, Grubhub, that kind of thing? Anybody by applause? A couple people, yeah, thank you. I did Skip the Dishes the other night. Now, the neat thing about Skip the Dishes is you can watch, there's tracking on it, and you can watch the car drive and get your food and get all excited. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for this horrible, horrible food. But I watched it the other night, and my driver blew right past the restaurant he was supposed to go to. By about 4 blocks, went into the neighborhood south of the restaurant. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he stopped and paused. I think I witnessed a drug deal on Skip the Dishes. You guys, I think, hey, I used to be a pizza delivery driver. I know how things work, okay? So this Saturday, the Stoners' beloved holiday's coming up, 420. It happens this year to fall the day after Good Friday, so Stoners have decided to give it an alternate name, Even Better Saturday. So, I want to share this with you. I'm coming up on a milestone this month. It's been 18 years since I took a drink, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. That being said, I don't preach any kind of anti-alcohol, anti-drug message. Actually, with younger people, I encourage them to drink and experiment with drugs. Because how else are you going to find out if you have a problem or not? Never know unless you try. But I don't preach anything like that. I have regrets, though. When you sober up, you work through regrets and stuff. And I've worked through most of them. I have one that's hung on quite a bit, you guys, and I want to share with you. This is hard. For a while, when I was in my 20s, I was a Limp Bizkit fan. Yeah. I am a fan of all kinds of, I love all kinds of music. So for that reason, I love the Spotify app. I love the Spotify app, but I'm cheap, so this is what happens. I'll be doing dishes or whatever, and I'll set it to shuffle, and I'll get all nostalgic, and I'll be like, whoa, is Coolio dropping a new track? And I go to see who the artist is. Little piece of me dies when I realize it's just a DiGiorno's pizza commercial. Another piece of me dies when I realize I can't add it to my playlist. It's really sad. It's really sad. I will close with this. I talked to my uncle today, and he's been going through a hard time. He was in the hospital recently. He's been on bed rest, and so he's been catching up on Netflix shows that other people have seen already. And I asked him how he likes Stranger Things. He's like, well, it's nothing to write home about. And I was like, well, what is nowadays, right? I don't think I know too many people that are sitting down with a quill pen and a pot of ink. My dearest Genevieve. Whilst on this most recent business trip, I had the distinct pleasure of watching the entire first season of Stranger Things. Oh, what a wondrous journey through modern-day storytelling. It is my wish that whence I return, dearest Genevieve, you and I shall watch season 2 together. Or as it were, to once again, Netflix and chill. And you know what? There is more to that joke, but it is not TV friendly. So come see me Saturday night in Bennington at the Stumble Inn to see the rest of that joke. You guys have been fantastic. I'm Tony Geist.
Tony Geist, everybody. All right. This next comedian, he got his start at the world-famous Second City in Chicago. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the very tall Brandon Kew.
Jason Regan, everybody. So I know what most of you guys are wondering, and to answer your questions, I'm 6'8". Yes, I did play basketball, And Miss, to answer your question, yes, it is in fact proportional. So thank you for noticing. My eyes are up here. You're blushing a little bit. That's all right. But yeah, it's true. So I'm 6'8", which interestingly puts me in the top 1% of all human beings height-wise. Unfortunately, that also puts me in the top 1% of people you would least want to stand behind at a Bruno Mars concert. Heck, I'm in the top 1% of like best meeting locations at a crowded bar. My friends walk in, they're like, all right, guys, let's huddle up. If we get separated tonight, Braden is the rendezvous point. I'm like a mini lighthouse for drunken college sailors. So yeah, I mean, everybody thinks that being this tall is like some huge advantage in everything I do in life. Like they'll say dumb things like, if I had your height, I would be in the NBA. No, you wouldn't. Do you know how I know? 'Cause you're white. You got about as much athletic ability as the Gerber baby, except that little ball can dribble. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, do you realize how intimidating I am to Asian tourists? Rookies go zero! Lost you guys a little bit on that one. She's like, no, I do not like that. No, I mean, so it might have been like a slight advantage in a few things, like maybe like high school sports, for example. Being this tall might have been a slight advantage, like football, for example. I'm glad I played football in high school because it taught me a lot about sex. I mean, think about it. They both play by the same rules, football and sex. Always wear protection. It's a game of inches. And no matter how hard you try, the black guys will always be better. Because they've got more inches. Okay, all right. There's a lot of cliches like that in sports. You know, they got their cliches, like they'll say things, like, ties like kissing your sister, defense wins championships. Hold off. Did you say a tie is like kissing your sister? Like maybe if you live in Council Bluffs. Like if I'm playing a game of spin the bottle and I spin it and it lands on my sister, my reaction is not my first choice. But they all look the same in the dark. YOLO! Let's call this one a tie. Let's go, Debbie. Someone just learned how to French. No. Tie is it's not like kissing your sister. I'd consider that probably a loss on that one. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm big into sports, being tall. A lot of people think that means that I'm like a manly guy. I'm not manly. Nothing about me is manly. I know nothing about fixing cars. I'm not a handy guy. Heck, when it comes to like hunting, the only hunting I do is House Hunters International. Not a manly guy. And I think that's probably because I didn't have a strong father figure in my life growing up. My parents got divorced when I was in 6th grade. So I didn't learn a lot from my dad. The only thing I learned from my dad was to be a big fan of the Green Bay Packers, a team that, just like my dad, has let me down my entire life except for 2 years. So yeah, they got divorced in 6th grade, and I think a big reason why they got divorced, I think it was money. Most marriages, the reason for divorce is money issues. That was a big reason. Also, I think part of the problem was the fact that my mom became a lesbian. Factored in a little bit, I guess. So my parents got divorced, 6th grade. My mom moves us to a small town in Iowa, and we moved in with her new wife and her 2 kids. So it was me, my mom, my brother, my sister, and then this other lady and her 2 kids. So it was kind of like a lesbian Brady Bunch situation going on. They got the Hollywood Squares intro, except you got Florence Henderson and Alice the Maid making a little too much eye contact. Will somebody look at Bobby and cut this tension? That joke was especially for you guys. The younger kids, they have no idea. They're like, Brady Bunch, what the hell is that? But I'm glad you guys appreciate that. This has been a great show. You guys had fun tonight? Yeah, it's been awesome. Supposed to get better and better as it goes, right? Good things come to those who wait. That's my motto. Also a big reason why I got fired as a lifeguard. They're like, save that boy, he's drowning. I'm like, now hold off. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, no, it's nice. I just got, we got 2 dogs now. Just got a little puppy. Turn around a couple months later, got another dog. Any dog fans here? Heck yeah, raise your hand. I got a dog, yeah. So I got 2 little corgi puppies. Hold your Oz. We got 2 little corgi puppies, Georgia and Pip. And I had never owned a dog before, so this has been a totally new experience for me, having these little corgi puppies. We took it to the vet, and the vet was teaching us so much about the things that you can't feed a dog. And that list is long. They give us an actual list of like the top 10 foods that you should not give your dog. And I'm glad they gave us the list because there were some doozies on there. Like number 1, you guys probably know number 1? Chocolate, exactly. Number 2? Rat poison. Yeah, go figure. Don't give your dog rat poison. I just thought that was part of a well-balanced puppy diet. Right along with Tide Pods, Elmer's glue, and wet cement. I mean, I'm sitting there looking at the bottle like, well, it does have a skull and 2 bones on it. Seems like that'd be good to give the dog. But my question is, why is that on there, and why is it number 2? Rat poison is worse than chocolate is worse than rat poison? I feel like there's got to be like only one scenario. It had to be like this like cute little couple, and they killed their dog, and then they sued, and they're like, we should have put it on the list. So they're bringing home their dog, and they're like, oh boy, I can't wait to get home and play with little Bob Barker. And then they're like, shoot, forgot to get it food. Well, what do we got? Like, let's see what we got. We'll get some food in the morning. What do we got tonight? And they're like rummaging through the cupboards in the fridge. They're like, oh, salmon, no. Chicken, no. Bacon strips, no. Rat poison? Well, we're not going to eat it. Let's give it to the dog. Next thing you know, they got to replace Bob Barker with Drew Carey. You want to help control the pet population, feed your dogs rat poison. Like I said, didn't know much about dogs. Never had a dog, and really not anything about animals. I'm not a big animal guy. I didn't know much. Cats, dogs. Heck, until 2 weeks ago, I thought a chinchilla was something you get at Taco Bell while stoned at 2 a.m. Like, yeah, can I get one of those gordita chinchilla crunches? And why don't you throw in a side of those cheesy hamster bites? They're like, sir, that's a poster for the Humane Society. All right, that's my time. Thank you, guys. I'm Brandon Kew.
Brandon Kew, everybody. All right. Please also give it up for the other comedians you saw tonight, Kendra Karbowski and Tony Geist. And I've been your host, Jason Regan. I'll take a little love. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, that's been our show tonight. Thank you for coming out and tuning in to Omaha. Thank you so much.